Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jeffrey Epstein Show. I'm your host, Bobbycapucci, and this is a morning update. So, the news has been coming in, and there's been a lot going on. Today, it seems to have slowed down just a bit, but there's still stuff coming through. We have reports that Prince Andrew was at a sit-down with his brother, and in almost mafioso style, he was told he is stepping back from the family, and there's no way back in, at least in the future, at least in the foreseeable future. They have a couple of articles going into all of that, but I really don't think that the dynamics of the royal family is something that we really care about here on this show. So we'll leave it at that blurb. And if it's something you're interested in, obviously you could just jump onto DuckDuckGo or wherever you do your browsing and give yourself a little bit of a refresher course on what's going on in the monarchy. Our articles today, however, one of them is from Fox News, and it's discussing why is Bill Clinton escaping scrutiny in this whole entire thing right now, especially after what has come to light yesterday. And then the other article is really bad news for Prince Andrew and the royals and Ghislaine Maxwell and everybody involved. The next article is of a witness who says that she saw Prince Andrew and Virginia Roberts on that dance floor the night of. So now we have a lot of evidence proving that she was there with Prince Andrew. Look, it's hard to refute this kind of stuff, right? I always want to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm not one of these people that shoots from the hip. Oh, yeah, well, there's been rumors, so this person's guilty. But look, man, this case, when you follow it as closely as we are following it, you cannot help but just shake your head at all of the similarities between Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew. The similarities are striking, folks. And why the American media isn't all over this is just beyond me. It is absolutely beyond me. If you type in Prince Andrew, you still see the whole thing about, oh, Trump says he doesn't know Prince Andrew. All right, so Trump's a liar, we know that. But has any of these witnesses put him on the island? Have any of these witnesses said that he's raped them? Have any of these witnesses said that he palled around with Epstein after they had that supposed breakup? And even before that, we have some pictures of them at functions, but there's no there. But yet the media will latch on to that because they have a narrative to push. They want to get rid of Trump at all costs, and they don't care if it ruins their credibility. Now, people like me, they'd say, "Oh, well, you're defending the president." No, I'm not. I just don't think that what they're doing is helpful to anybody in the country. The Fourth Estate is essential. The media needs to be not a biased political arm of one of the parties. It needs to be a very controlled and unbiased group. Now, don't get me wrong, reporters are human beings. They have their own biases, but that can't show through in your work. So the American media has a lot to answer for at this point, folks, and it's up to us to hold them responsible. Do you have a subscription for Washington Post or the Washington Times or any of these other garbage outlets that don't want to report the news? Cancel it. Give that money to your independent journalist of choice. I know I don't pay for any of that stuff anymore. I used to pay for all of that garbage. Not anymore, because it's all the same crap. It's all the same BS, and they're all such liars. All right, so let's jump into this first article. Before we do that, though, if you would like to contact me, you can do that at bobbycapucci@protonmail.com, BOBBYCAPUCCI@protonmail.com. Investigative Journalist. Why is Bill Clinton escaping scrutiny in the Jeffrey Epstein case? Following a bombshell interview in which Virginia Roberts claimed she was trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein and forced to have sex with Prince Andrew, an investigative reporter is asking why former President Bill Clinton is not being discussed. That's a good question, especially after the Daily Mail report yesterday about him and Hillary going to the Zorro Ranch. How is that not all over the news? How is that not breaking news all over the place? And again, suspend your political bias. Flip it. What if Trump and Ivanka were going to, or Trump and Melania, were going to the Zorro Ranch and they were there a bunch of times and that news came to light? How would the media pursue that story? That's what you have to ask yourself, folks. And it's not about protecting one side or the other. It's about you getting the real truth. The truth. An unbiased truth. Not them trying to sway your opinion, not them trying to tell you how to think, but them giving you the news and letting you digest it and unpack it for yourself. Is that too much to ask? On the story, New York Post writer Maureen Callahan claimed it is odd that Andrew is the most notable person to become embroiled in the alleged scandal so far. She's not the only one that thinks it's odd. I've said it 100,000 times. There are a ton of people in America, and not just Bill Clinton, folks. Believe me, I'm not just focused on him. Very rarely do I even bring that knucklehead up on this show because I don't want to be accused of being, playing partisan politics or anything like that. Everybody knows what Bill Clinton is. Everybody knows what he's capable of. Anybody who thinks that there's no way he could be involved in any of this is completely fooling themselves. It seems very curious that so far the highest profile man to be potentially taken down by this, because we don't know what's going to happen yet, though this does not look good for Andrew, is in essence a dim, useless member of an aging monarchy, Callahan told host Martha McCallum. So, is he a scapegoat? Could Andrew be a scapegoat for the rest of the rich and the famous and the elite? Who knows? It's quite possible. Look, these people, the way they roll and the way they think, they're very devious. They have no problem throwing each other under the bus. They have no problem, lighting each other up in the media. If it's going to keep them from the other people from going to jail, hell yeah, they'll throw you right under the bus. There's no honor amongst thieves. Andrew, the Duke of York and younger brother of heir apparent Prince Charles, has denied Virginia Roberts' allegations. We know, for example, that Bill Clinton was on planes owned by Jeffrey Epstein, was on Jeffrey Epstein's private island multiple times, Callahan added. I cannot believe we're not talking about him. Me either. Why are they protecting him? Why is the media protecting him? Ask yourselves that. I'll tell you exactly why they're protecting him. Because they want to hurt Trump so bad, and they want to get rid of Trump so bad, that they will do that at the expense of the victims getting justice, at the expense of people being held responsible. That's how devious your legacy media is, folks. Are you proud of it? Are you proud of them? Last month, a woman with accusations against the convicted pedophile described a disturbing encounter with him aboard his jet. The accuser was 15 when Epstein preyed upon her, according to attorney Gloria Allred. Blech. Jane Doe 15 said she took Clinton's seat on Epstein's private plane known as the Lolita Express, described bizarre bedroom floors made of mattress foam, and said she was encouraged to cry after sex with Epstein. When I chose the seat on the jet, Jeffrey told me that is where his good friend Bill Clinton always chose to sit, she said. Epstein had owned an island near St. Thomas in the United States Virgin Islands called Little St. James. Aw, isn't that cute? This is where my good friend Bill Clinton used to sit before he'd come to Rapo Island to go and do whatever the hell he was doing there. Clinton, meanwhile, said through a spokesman earlier this year that he knows nothing about Epstein's terrible crimes, insisting that he took a total of 4 trips on Jeffrey Epstein's airplane in 2002 and 2003, while a Secret Service detail traveled with him at all times, and that he only had brief meetings with Epstein. Oh, okay, Prince Andrew's body double. Look, I told you the similarities are striking. Everything that Bill Clinton is doing is right out of the same playbook that Andrew did, that Andrew was running. And did that work out so well? The pressure needs to be put on Bill Clinton. I'm sorry, folks. I know that doesn't make some of you happy. I know that he's one of, Nancy Pelosi's daughter's faves that she was talking about that's going to get caught up in all of this. But facts are facts, right? I told you I do not care who gets caught up in this. I want to see them burn. All right? Clinton had one meeting with Epstein in his Harlem office in 2002, and around the same time made one brief visit to Epstein's New York apartment with a staff member in his security detail. The former president's press secretary, Angel Urena, tweeted in July. Well, we know that's a lie. We know that Epstein had access to the White House while President Clinton was in office. We know that. This is fact. This is documented. So, again, Clinton is throwing out all these lies, and nobody's busting his story in half. Why not? Why not? Ask yourselves that. Why isn't George Stephanopoulos going crazy over this? Why isn't Anderson Cooper? Why isn't Don Lemon? Why isn't Rachel Maddow? Why isn't Jake Tapper? Where is Chuck Todd? Where are all of your legacy media? Oh, I'll tell you where they are. They're at dinners with Jeffrey Epstein as well. No wonder they're not covering the case. He's not spoken to Epstein in well over a decade and has never been to Little St. James Island. That's a lie. Virginia Roberts has saw him there. Epstein's ranch in New Mexico or his residence in Florida, the statement continued. Lies. We just talked about the ranch, all right, folks? We just had the article. Does Fox News not have the same access to the Daily Mail that we do? Why isn't this talked about? Why is nobody talking about this? Epstein was found dead this past August in his Manhattan prison cell while awaiting trials on federal sex trafficking charges. In the Post on Tuesday, Callahan called on Scotland Yard to open an investigation into Andrew. Oh, yeah, that would be nice, huh? If Scotland Yard would, do their job. Isn't that what the New England Patriots that they're saying? Just do your job. It's pretty factual. Just do your goddamn job, all right? Is somebody ever going to talk to Bill Clinton? No, the media is too busy talking about,
Trump says he doesn't know Prince Andrew, but they golf together.
Okay, great. Trump's a liar. We get it. Okay? You've been hammering the point home for 3.5 years. We get it. Are you ever going to pivot to your buddy Bill Clinton and his activities on this island? Ever or not? That's okay. You could leave it to us because guess what? I plan on putting him on blast, all right? Bill Clinton is on notice. Our second article is from the Mirror. The headline, Woman who saw Prince Andrew in nightclub with sex accuser to speak to the FBI. A witness who claims she saw then 17-year-old Virginia Roberts in Tramp nightclub with Prince Andrew will speak to the FBI and contradict the Duke of York's claims that he was at home with his daughters. Well, isn't that nice? As if we didn't know he was lying already. Now we have a witness coming out and saying, hey, buddy, you're a big fat liar. A woman who claims she saw Prince Andrew in a nightclub with sex accuser Virginia Roberts is set to speak to the FBI. She will contradict his claim that he was at home with his daughters after a trip to a Pizza Express on the night he is alleged to have had sex with the 17-year-old. Oh boy, this is getting good. Lisa Bloom, representing some victims of the pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, said she will take the unnamed woman to the FBI. Well, good for you, Lisa Bloom. You got a long way to build your credibility back up, but if you do the right thing in this case, you will be well on your way. The U.S. lawyer was in London yesterday hoping to talk to Andrew about his friendship with the billionaire financier, pedophile, who killed himself in jail, age 66 in August, allegedly. Virginia, now 35, claims she was forced by Epstein to have sex with Andrew at the London home of pal, a.k.a. pedophile, Ghislaine Maxwell in March 2001 after dancing with the prince at Tramp nightclub. In last month's BBC Newsnight interview, Andrew, 59, denied they had sex and said he was not at the club that night. He has denied Miss Roberts' claims against him. But Miss Bloom said, I'm representing a witness who says she was there. She saw Prince Andrew with Virginia, remembers it vividly because she was told this is a member of the royal family. It was a very big thing for her. She saw Virginia there with him. I'm going to take her to the FBI. Hey, good. I'm glad that this girl's coming forward. It takes a lot of courage for somebody to come forward, especially someone under the Crown's rule, somebody in England. I think that this person is brave, and I hope that she brings some light to this, and she gets this thing moving in the right direction. Andrew needs to be held responsible, folks. In a direct message to Andrew, she said on ITV's This Morning, you've said you're going to cooperate. Let's do it. Don't make us subpoena you. Don't make law enforcement chase you. Come to the U.S., sit down with the FBI and attorneys, and answer questions. Give us the documents, calendars, journals, and have staff who travel with you answer questions as well. Bam! How hard is that? If that's what an innocent man does. All right? An innocent man who is not guilty of any of these charges wants to clear his name. He doesn't go and run and hide. His own family does not believe him. All right? I guess I have to go through it again. All right? Here we go. Are you guys ready? Nobody believes you, Prince Andrew. They don't believe you in Montana. They do not believe you in Arizona. They don't believe you in Louisiana. And they don't believe you in Michigan. They don't believe you in France. They don't believe you in Belgium. They do not believe you in England, Even the penguins in Antarctica do not believe you. All right? You're a liar. Come sit down with the authorities, answer the questions they have for you, and do the honorable thing there, young chap. It came as Virginia's dad, Sky Roberts, said he had no doubt she is telling the truth about Andrew. He said she has no reason to not tell the truth about this and has every reason to deny it. And he has every reason to deny it. He said he has been tormented by the fact he helped her get a job at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago Country Club, where she was recruited by Jeffrey Epstein. And I mean, you blame this guy? He gets his daughter a job at a golf course and a massage place, this whole entire sprawling complex, and this sick pervert and his disgusting ass buddy Maxwell come into where she's a towel girl and offer her a job as a masseuse. This girl sees masseuses, they make big money. She thinks this is the opportunity of a lifetime. She's all for it. And then this occurs. So I don't know about you folks, but I'm dead tired of it all. I'm really mad. I'm agitated today. I'm pissed off by the coverage in the New York and the American media. I'm really done with it all. I'm done with the way that they cover for their friends. I'm done with the way that they try and destroy their perceived enemies. And I am done with the absolute and utter disgusting lies by the legacy media. But guess what, folks? Here on this podcast, we're busy making media great again, right? That's what we're doing here. We're bringing the truth. We're bringing the articles from their own mouths. Mainstream media articles is what I use because I don't ever want anyone to be able to say, well, you're using some kind of crazy conspiracy stuff. Nope. Using their own articles and just destroying them with those. Because at the end of the day, guys, we all understand what's going on here. We all understand that there's a bigger picture. We all understand that there is a lot to lose for these elites. And they're not going to go down fighting. They are not going to just roll over and die. And they're not going to just roll over and say, okay, that's it. Come and arrest us. It's okay. So we have to keep the pressure on. All right. We need to keep turning these predators into the prey. All right, folks, if you'd like to contact me, you can do that at Bobbycapucci at protonmail.com. That is BOBBYCAPUCCI at protonmail.com. If you would like to support the podcast, you can do that by clicking the GoFundMe link that is in the description box. And I will be back later on today if there's breaking news. If not, I will be back for our daily drop.